Right, so I'm going to start out the day by dealing with the tractor power steering line, which I managed to get through the other day with taking the trees down and stuff without that line blowing. So I didn't have to put in any of the hokey lines that I picked up from the local places that had like plow hoses I was going to adapt into it in an emergency. So I stopped down yesterday to see about getting that line made, and I didn't know, but I guess there's a British fitting on some of these things that is very similar to a 1/4-inch pipe thread. So I bought one fitting off of them. I got to take the line down, test fit it, see if that's what it is, put that back together, and then I can go get the line made. Then I can come back and I can put it in. And so we'll see what happens in a couple of minutes. And while I'm out doing that, I do have to go and buy a set of crow's feet because I keep forgetting when I'm in North Reading to grab my crow's feet out of my storage unit. They're little wrenches that go on a ratchet rather than a whole wrench because there's a tight area in this for one of the lines. And also, thank you, Kristen, on Facebook for reminding me, but I kept forgetting that when I threw that together to go drag racing, a lot of times drag racing you don't want to run coolant in case you blow something up on the track. You just throw water in it. So if something spills on the track, it's just water. They just blow it dry and everybody keeps racing. So I keep forgetting, and the temperature's been dropping. So I keep remembering at non-opportune times, and I was out with Chris the other day, and I told him, I was like, remind me a couple times during the week to drain the water out of there so I can put regular coolant in it for the winter so the block doesn't freeze and break stuff. And he sent me a message as I was walking out here to the garage anyway to deal with the tractor. Perfect timing, so I have that draining now. So yeah, so that's draining. I got a bucket under there. It's just water. I just figured I don't want it to run across here to where I'm going to be working. So I'm going to get to it. Let's see what's happening here. Is it going to be the right fitting that I have here? This is the 1/4-20, which I thought it was going to be. Nope, looks like it's the British fitting. I was wrong twice. Thank God for the guy at Napa knowing his stuff. So looks like I'm going, and I know what it is I need now. So that's good. So we'll just put this on so it doesn't end up leaking out on us. We'll go to Napa and get this British line made up. Is Mass Ferguson a British company, or is it just a British hydraulic cylinder they used on it? Who knows? All I know is I know what it is. Now I'm gonna go get one. Oh, just got back from Napa, and he said there is other ones that are very similar to this. So this is the British one. So now I'm gonna try this one. I'll save you guys the time of, I won't record the next test fitting. It's the exact same thing as the last one. So let's hope this one fits so I can stop this road trip back and forth to Napa, which is, I don't know, 15-20 minutes away. Well, here's my new local Napa, and finally got a line made up. Those fittings are the right ones that I tried just now, the second one, and I made up the line, and it's not a bad deal. 2 fittings, the line, and crimp it all together and all that, 38 bucks. That was cheaper than pretty much every one of the crappy little plow lines that I bought that weren't going to be right. So that's good. Let's get to it. So coming back from getting the power steering line made up for the tractor, pulled in here because I forgot to look up the address for Harbor Freight Tools so I can go get crow's feet sockets. And I just pulled into this parking lot. I was like, oh, should I get something to eat here? And then look over there. Oh, you can't go. They got a 59 Caddy tail fin and a Triumph nose over there. So I wasn't going to get food, but I had to, seeing they got part of a Caddy on their logo. Hope it's good. And now drove over to Worcester, the local Harbor Freight, and I got my crow's foot wrenches. Underneath this edge down here, there's a square drive where you put a ratchet extension in it and helps you get around things. And then while I was here, I talked myself into, I don't throw it my shoulder, a small cordless skill saw. Getting in some of the tight areas where I'm doing all the framing and stuff. Let's get back to it. And one more stop while I'm out. Habitat for Humanity Restore. Used to have a lot of bargains at this place up in, I think it was Lawrence that I used to go to. This one's in Worcester. So I was already in Worcester at the Harbor Freight, so I figured I'd take a ride by here. See if there's any bargains on like specialty windows, like an oddball for the kitchen window or something like that. But no bargains. So heading back to the house now finally. Alright, finally back at the tractor with the hose. It's been a bunch of running around today. It's almost 4 o'clock. I'm going to see if I can get the bucket up high enough with it still in the garage and get it propped where I can work underneath it in there, hopefully. All right, so she's safely blocked up. She's backed in just enough where the door will be able to shut if things go sideways and I can't finish it up. And everything's swept through down the top so I can work a little better. So should be safe from this. The other day I saw a mouse go inside the side of the garage, which it's wide open. I know they're coming and going. So I was like, oh, let me set up a few mouse traps over there. And the I set them all up, and then I think it was Monday morning when I went to help my brother. I went and checked the traps, and there was a dead mouse in one. I was like, okay, I'll deal with that later. I got to hit the road, but I just checked it in the morning out of curiosity. Got home kind of late. Came out, checked it the next morning. The trap was there. It was still tripped, and the mouse is gone. Something literally ate it out of the trap. It was just snap trap, so like it probably just chomped one side or the other. So hopefully whatever that is isn't like under the fleet line or somewhere else while I'm on the ground. See what happens. It worked out pretty good. This is the line I just replaced, put the old protection on it, and as you can see, it's not hitting anything, and even if I tip this cylinder, it still doesn't actually touch anything. Whereas before, you look up, you can see where it was wearing on the paint there, and then it was wearing way over on the side there, and then where it was messed up, it was rubbing on this edge here also. So I got a shorter hose, it worked out absolutely perfect. Fittings are all right finally. So we're done. Well, I still gotta clean up my mess and put everything away. But leak should be fixed as long as there's no issues with the fitting or the crimping. Wish me luck. Alright, you guys can watch while I try it. See if I spray the camera down. Pouring right out of here if it was leaking. I think we're fixed. Might have a little bit up there. Maybe I didn't get that fitting tight enough. Alright. Well, let's see what's going on up there. Something's happening. Grab the other camera. See that? Right there, drip coming off of that. See it? There it goes. That seems worse than it was, so I don't know if I got a defective fitting or if I got it loose. Shut it down and see what I got. Okay, so there's a cluster of 3 lines that go in on that are all right next to each other. And I was dealing with the one that was up in the back corner. So that's why I need the special crow's feet to get around to it. And there's a bigger line under it. And the nuts are so close together, it looks like that nut's leaking now, way up in there, and leaking worse than it was before and out of a different area, like it's hitting the ground in a different area. Before it was hitting the ground out over here. Am I even showing it right? Yeah, but it's dripping back way back there now. So I think the crow's foot might have hit that nut and been enough pressure just to turn it. Every time I bumped into it, must have turned it a little bit. I don't have a crow's foot big enough to get into that one because that one's huge. And you definitely can't get a wrench in there. So I'm going to go back to my first tractor repair. And I still have the broken screwdriver, that one tool that I found in the beginning to crack the line free up top that I needed to take with me to get replaced. So I'm going to see if I can get in there with this, catch the edge of it, and tap it around with the hammer to tighten it up. Wish me luck. Alright, let's try this one more time. You see right up in there is where we're kind of looking. See if we can, probably won't see it from this angle. The tripod, and one tripod's too tall and one's too short. But let's see what happens here. I did get it to turn and go to mount, so hopefully that's it. victory. I thought I cracked the line wrestling around in there because that's like a stainless steel line where it goes to that fitting. If I would have hit the line, I could have cracked the line, but I must have just bumped the nut just enough to crack it free. That's a good win. We'll take it.